Hey everybody, welcome back. It is your girl Journey Leah, and I am back with another video. If this is your first time here, oh my gosh. If this is your first time here, first of all, welcome. I am so happy that you found your way to my channel. If you like what we're talking about today and talk about things that relate to beauty, self-growth, self-love, becoming that best version of yourself, then I do suggest that you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you turn on that notification button so that you are notified every time I upload a new video. Today, I just have water. I have not been drinking enough water this week. So I told myself during this video, I am going to, instead of sipping on iced coffee, have my water. Today, we will be talking about toxic traits that are keeping you stuck. Those toxic traits that are keeping you in old habits, that are keeping you a part of your old identity, that are keeping you from becoming the best version of yourself. So I just have a few points that I am going to go through, things that I have experienced and that I wanted to make sure that I shared with you all. Let's get into the video. Number one, the toxic trait that is keeping you stuck is your unhealthy diet. And I'm not just talking about your physical diet as far as like the food that you consume, but also your mental diet and what you feed to your brain and to your heart. These things play such an important role in your day-to-day life and how you feel, and sometimes we don't even notice it. First, I will get into the mental aspect of things. So when we are scrolling through social media, when we are consuming different TV shows, the hottest movie that's out, we don't even realize what that is doing to us. When you're on social media and you're scrolling, you can go through a range of emotions like that. It's like the first post that you're going through, it's, oh, somebody had a baby. You're congratulating them and you're feeling all warm and fuzzy. And then you're scrolling and then, oh, so-and-so's grandmother died. Their spouse got into a car accident and you're like, ooh, okay, that's terrible. I'm so sorry. My condolences. You're scrolling, oh, this person graduated college and this person got their degree. And okay, keep scrolling. Oh, she's having a bad day. She's going on and on about betrayal and how men ain't this and breakups, and I'm like, ooh, okay. Now you're still scrolling and it's like every single person's emotion that they are feeling and that they're sharing with the world, you are now experiencing, and we don't even realize it because social media has become such a part of our regular lives. We really need to know how to detach, take breaks, because it's honestly not good for our mental health. There might be a really popular TV show that everyone's talking about that is so hot and so good, but there's killing, shooting, cheating, poor friendships, bad relationships, just toxicity. That's the word, right? Toxicity. Toxicity. I'm going to say that everywhere. And it's like it makes a good storyline. It makes for a good storyline. Like the drama, it draws the people in. But how your body reacts to it and the emotions that you feel from it, you don't even realize that you're being affected. You can be having a great day. You can have a great day and then you watch a movie that was sad and whatever the story is about, and then you walk around with that feeling and then you ask yourself like, man, like, why do I feel down? What's this negative energy that I'm feeling? And then come to find out it's the TV show or from you scrolling this morning, and now you have all those emotions inside of you. Being able to limit your assumption of these things, consumption, being able to limit your consumption of these things on a daily basis will skyrocket your mental health. Honestly, that is the mental aspect of it. So now let's talk physically. I don't need to tell you to drink your water. I don't need to tell you to stay out the drive-thrus and to stay away from fast food. I don't need to tell you that. You already know that. You know the difference on how you feel when you are eating Wendy's, eating Cane's, eating Chick-fil-A compared to grabbing a salad or grabbing a sandwich and grabbing that turkey wrap, okay? You feel the difference. You feel the difference in your mood, you feel the difference in your energy, but why do we still consume those bad things? Maybe it's because that's what we grew up on, maybe because that's what feels comfortable to us. We are growing and glowing up. It is time for us to start making decisions that will give us the better effect later. Like, so do we want that instant gratification now? Do we want to feel good now in the moment? Or do we want to make the harder decision now for something that is going to actually benefit us in the long term? You know you want that fit body. You know you want, to look amazing in that dress. You know that you want to feel good. You know that you want to have great energy and you show up in the best mood that you possibly can. So it's like, it comes down to asking ourselves, why am I not consuming the foods that I know are better for me? When I really started to pay attention to this, like when I really started to dissect and analyze myself, how I felt, my drowsiness, my temper, my mood, compared to when I'm eating fast food all the time, compared to eating healthy, cooking at home, eating meals that I actually enjoy, that I actually know the ingredients that are in it. It's honestly like night and day. So it's like, once you really give this a try, you won't even want to go back to that old life eventually. You don't want to feel sluggish. You don't want to get the itis and want to have to take a nap every single time after you eat a meal. You're not going to want those things anymore. So try slowly, little things, meal by meal, snack by snack, integrating a healthier option and something that will actually benefit you in the long run. I am going to quickly just touch on one more physical aspect of it, and I'm not going to harp on this too much, because like we're all grown, you do what you want to do and you make the decisions that you want to make, and it just is what it is. But babe, put the weed down, put the alcohol down, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. You know how it makes you feel. You know you're going to wake up with that hangover the next day. This is my opinion. You cannot be your best self. You are not your best self when you are under the influence, when you are drunk, when you are high. It's fun. It's a great time. Lots of laughs, but your mind and your brain is not able to connect with your body in the way that it needs to when it is being hijacked by alcohol. Of course, it can be hard and it can feel limiting in the beginning, but just see how you feel differently when you are sober and when you're able to truly analyze your thoughts and truly analyze your feelings and everything that's going on around you. Let me know. No judgment at all. We all have our own paths. We all have our own journeys, but I had to throw that in there. It's affecting you. You know it is. Number 2 on this list of toxic traits that are keeping you stuck: accepting low vibe experiences. And I'm going to pair accepting low vibe experiences with selling yourself short. This is something that I realized I was doing in my life, and I had to come to the realization that people are going to view you how you view you. How you present yourself, how you show up is how people are going to accept you as. When you are downplaying your accomplishments, downplaying your successes, then everyone around you is going to downplay those things as well. This reminds me of that quote, you will never be good enough until you believe that you are. Once you accepted in your mind that you are good enough to experience this, you are good enough to have this type of relationship, you are good enough to have these type of friends, you are good enough to work this type of career, until you believe that within yourself, it will never happen for you. So stop accepting low vibe experiences. You know that you want a certain type of relationship, like you know that you want to be taken out on dates, you know that you want to be brought home to someone's family for the holidays. You know, you want to go on vacations. You know, you want all these things in a romantic partner, but you're settling for Jim and John, who want to come over and Netflix and chill, who want to show up and just do the bare minimum. You know what I'm talking about. You have a certain idea in a certain way that you see yourself, but you are living the complete opposite. Realize that. Be able to reflect on that. Tell yourself that it is okay, that you are deserving to have the full high value experiences that you dream of. And even though they might not come overnight, there are things that you can do to start making small steps towards the life that you feel like you really want. When people present themselves with things that are less than your expectations, get comfortable with declining. Get comfortable with saying, no, that's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I'm interested in right now. Once you're able to reject what is not for you, it makes space for the things that are supposed to be in your life and the things that you actually want. So an example, if you know that you want to experience a beautiful night out with candlelight dinner, with 5-star service, with, you know, in a part of town that you don't usually hang out in a part of town that is known to be more expensive, but your friends are saying, no, there's this $5 club down the street that we can go to instead, and then we can meet up with Ray Ray and they can go drive us and we can smoke weed on the way, and then we can, you know, it's like, no, that's not what I'm looking for. That's not the experience that I am looking for right now. So being able to, like I said, decline what is not for you and still book the reservation, okay? Even if you have to go by yourself, book the reservation. Even if you can't afford a 5-course meal, order a drink, order an appetizer. Just put yourself in that environment, and then you will slowly but surely make it a part of your norm. It will become a part of who you are. And then before you know it, a year down the line, you are experiencing so many beautiful restaurants, all because you took that first step of entering the life that you wanted. Stop selling yourself short. You know what you're capable of. You know what you've studied. You know who you are. You know the type of person you are. You know what you can bring to the table. Show up as that. Because I'm telling you, if you show up positive, if you show up acting like you know what you're doing and acting like you got it all going on, people are going to see you that way. But if you show up, well, I don't know. Like, I guess maybe I can go for that position. I guess, like, I guess I can tell him my boundaries, you know, like, I guess. No. Show up as who you know you are, and people will see you that way. Try it. Number 3, toxic traits that are keeping you stuck. Striving for perfection. Newsflash, it doesn't exist. Perfection does not exist. Once I was able to truly accept this, my life changed. I was able to try so many more new things. I was able to put myself out there way more because I knew I was able to remove that weight off of myself that I had to be perfect. And if you are like I was, then you know how hard this is. You know how hard it is to allow mistakes and to allow room for you to grow in that way. Once you can do this, it is a game changer. I'm telling you, it is a game changer. When people say failure is a part of your success, that is literally so true. So get comfortable with failing. Let it be something that you embrace. Because once you do, you will try so many more things because you are okay with it not succeeding right away. Thinking that everything has to be perfect before you start something or before you can present something will keep you stuck, okay? You will never post that video. You will never apply for that job. You will never apply for that school. You will never put yourself out there in that way because you feel like you have to show up and be perfect. And that is not the case. Like, failure does not mean that's it, it's done, wrap it up, that's it. That's not what failure means. Failure a lot of times means pivot. Go this route. Try this way. you know? So look at failure as stepping stones. I'm telling you, something that you should use as a step to keep on going, keep on going. And once you switch your mindset about how you view failure and not beat yourself up once you failed and once something was not as successful as you thought it was going to be, once you're able to pivot your mindset on that, game over, okay? Game over. You're not scared of anything. You are not scared of anything. Number 4, going with the flow. So this is basically the opposite of those who struggle with being a perfectionist. This is someone who is just going with life, just going with the winds of life. This will have you in la la land 5 years down the road. You're looking back and asking yourself, where did time go? Do not go with the flow. Know what you want and always have that as your focus. Think about a relationship when you guys decide to go with the flow. It doesn't work. It does not work because there's always someone who wants something differently than the other. So instead of you presenting what you want, instead of this person presenting what they want, and then you deciding if that's something that you're able to do together with each other, you just go with the flow. Your emotions are growing. Nothing is really taking the steps towards what you really want. And now you're feeling resentment, and now you're disappointed in yourself, and now you feel like time is wasted because you decided to go with the flow. No, this is not a flow. We're not going with the flow. This is what I want. This is what I'm looking for. I'm going to present this to you, and you can decide if this is something that you're able to give me. Have a plan for yourself. And I'm not saying you have to just be a stickler and just be about your life 24/7, because we know obviously like that's not healthy either. But you don't want to be too easygoing about your life. Have a plan with yourself. That's all I'm saying. Do not go with the flow. Number 5, toxic trait that is keeping you stuck, the fear of judgment. Let me tell you something. People will always have something to say. I don't care if you're doing good. I don't care if you're doing amazing. I don't care if you're in the lowest point of your life. No matter what, they will always have something to say about you. Always. So release yourself from the judgment of others. You have to do things for yourself. And if you find yourself stuck, and if you find yourself paralyzed because, oh, like what are they going to say about me, or what are they going to think of me if I decided to go down this path? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What it comes down to is realizing people are judging you based on their own fears and based on their own insecurities. What's for you is for you. The visions that you receive, the path that you feel like you should go on, it does not have to make sense to anybody else. It does not have to be checkmarked and approved by anyone else. These are visions that are given to you from God. Stay true to yourself. No one has to understand them. No one has to understand you. Nobody has to understand why you do what you do, because it is for you. Last tip, toxic traits that are keeping you stuck is having a lack of self-awareness. If I had to pick one that was most important, it would probably be this one, because this is really how you become that best version of yourself, how you truly grow into who you're supposed to be. You can never grow, you can never reach your full potential until you're able to point out areas in your life that need improvement. If you're not able to sit and analyze yourself and say, I reacted poorly in that situation, I came off judgmental or condescending in my response during that conversation, I did not try as hard as I could when I was in that moment. Being able to have these real talks with yourself are game changers. I know I went through these points super fast, and please let me know if you'd like me to expand on any particular idea, but I wanted to make sure I just got this video out because we're not going to be stuck in our old ways, okay? We're not doing that. We're not going to be stuck in our old habits and our old traits. We are elevating. We're becoming that girl, that guy, that best version of ourselves. So if any of these 6 toxic traits apply to you in your life, pay attention to them and start making the steps towards overcoming them. Thank you so much for making it to the end. I am so enjoying this process and just being able to create and being able to provide this knowledge to to you all. And please comment down below if this is something that you found helpful. Comment down below for anything else that you'd like to hear me talk about. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.